The term radical economic transformation has become central to the South African political narrative. It is being used liberally by politicians and economists on all sides of the political spectrum. The term, however, means different things to different people. In particular, with regard to the implementation of land reform, a highly emotive and controversial subject. The Witzenberg-PALS initiative has developed a model of land reform that not only balances economic sustainability and growth with real economic transformation and black empowerment, but that is also in line with the government's National Development Plan's 2030 vision. The innovative PALS, or Partners in Agri-Land Solutions initiative and framework, represents a radical departure from past land reform initiatives. It is focused on mentorship, training, economic growth, and the sustainability of black farmers. The main goal is to establish successful black commercial farmers and to improve the socio-economic conditions of all employees through profit sharing.
So we know from experience that there are 4 criteria that one has to meet in order to make land reform successful. Farmers have to have access to land, they've got to have skills, they've got to have property rights, and they have to have access to markets for inputs and for the outputs that they produce. Now, the unique thing about the Witzenberg initiative is that the way that it's structured, they are addressing each one of these 4 in very innovative ways and very specifically in ways where you don't require the capital from the state. They do definitely require support from the state in terms of access to water rights and things like that. But for the rest, it's the private sector that's providing the mentorship, that's guaranteeing that people are getting property rights, and that is giving the market access to these new producers.
Ceres is one of the most renowned fruit-growing regions in South Africa. Together with the Koa Bokkerveld, Woolsley, PA Hamlet, Talbach and Breë Rivier, it forms the Witzenberg municipal area. It was here in August 2014 that the agri-producers, the municipality and the community came together to form Witzenberg-PALS, a private land reform initiative which was registered as a non-profit company in 2015. From its inception, the PALS initiative expanded its projects throughout the Western Cape areas and into other provinces. The PALS framework is based on co-ownership between emerging black farmers and existing commercial farmers. It is a flexible framework that can be implemented on any farm, regardless of its size or agricultural activity. In a PALS project, a commercial farmer subdivides an existing farm or acquires a new farm on which a new agricultural business unit is established, thus not dividing an existing viable economic unit, but rather growing and enlarging the proverbial economic cake, whilst at the same time creating thousands of new employment opportunities. The black farmer has the right to become the sole or majority shareholder in the land and business, while the majority farm workers benefit through profit sharing. To date, several farms have been transferred to new co-owned PALS companies, with many further projects that are ready to be implemented. There are more than 100 registered PALS projects, which include land, value chain, housing and training projects. The total area of the individual land projects collectively covers more than 30,000 hectares, with the high-value irrigated area on these farms totaling approximately 5,000 to 6,000 hectares. The PALS Center in Ceres acts as a one-stop shop which coordinates and provides support to all PALS projects.
Some of the key successes of the Witzenberg-PALS initiative thus far would be, amongst others, firstly, the willingness and the commitment shown by the commercial farmers who joined the PALS initiative and also bought into its vision of establishing successful black commercial farmers. We also envisage a massive investment of 5 billion rand over the next 10 to 15 years.
A key undertaking by all PALS members is the commitment to maintain and uphold the highest standard of social and labor relations on their farms. PALS has dedicated itself and its resources to the social upliftment, training and education of its beneficiaries and associated communities through housing, specialist training, and other socio-economic projects. Further, and in order to harness and develop human capital and to overcome one of the shortfalls of previous land reform programs, all PALS projects focus intensely on mentorship.
You need to create a climate conducive to the present farmers to understand that it's their responsibility to transfer skills to black farmers.
The long-term benefits to all stakeholders and the economic sustainability of the initiative provides fresh hope to all South Africans that land reform can be accomplished in a manner that creates jobs, grows the economy, and maintains investor confidence, whilst at the same time achieves radical economic transformation. The biggest challenge to the implementation of more projects and on a much larger scale is a lack of government cooperation in areas such as subdivisions and permits for the storage of surplus winter water. These delays inevitably harm the progress of land reform and stall the growth potential of many black beneficiaries. Government cooperation and recognition are essential for the continued goodwill of all stakeholders and the fulfillment of the true potential of this extraordinary initiative.
Urhulumente makakhawulezise angene kuba sibonile uba ungena no-PALS apha kukhona apho siya khona.
Ek is 'n verskriklike trotse persoon vandag. Ek het gister my titelakte ontvang vir hierdie stukkie grond waarop ek staan, waar ek reeds 5 hektaar pere gevestig het.
Die projek is my 'n wonderlike geleentheid om vir ons 4 werkers ook 'n geleentheid te gee, aangesien ek in my lewe die geleentheid gekry het op 19-jarige ouderdom om te kan boer, en die 4 werkers kom al 'n lang pad saam met my en ek wil graag die geleentheid wat daar ontstaan het vir my met hulle deel.
PALS provides a perfect platform for public-private partnerships and cooperation between government departments and the private sector in tackling the issue of land reform. One of the key partners is Land Bank, which shares a mandate and purpose similar to PALS. The goal of growing the agricultural sector sustainably, making it more inclusive and therefore positively impacting development in the sector. Land Bank has both the resources and the commitment to provide the financing needed to grow the number of emerging farmers and contribute towards expanding the sector.
So the partnership between the Land Bank and PALS is really founded on the shared ideals of seeing the agricultural sector in the first instance growing, and in the second instance the agricultural sector being more inclusive of new participants. And what we foresee is the growth and the development impact in the area in which PALS operates, and we are hopeful and we do have a dream that the reach of the initiative can extend beyond the Witzenberg area over the long term.
The vision of the National Development Plan for 2030 is an inclusive and vibrant agricultural economy. The PALS initiative is the preferred route for the private sector to achieve this vision. Witzenberg PALS is a prime example of how sustainable land reform can be implemented. Its members are optimistic about the future of the country. They believe in a bright future for themselves, their children, and all the people of South Africa.
The PALS initiative's been running now for 2 years, and the question is what's happening at ground level here in the Witzenberg Valley. So what we experience is abnormal growth, 5 to 8% on primary and 10% at secondary level, which compares very favorably to the South African economy only growing at 0%. And it boils down to the PALS initiative is a framework which creates investor confidence. So we want to grow with black farmers, we want to create new black entrepreneurs in this area. So what we need is the support of the local and national government in order to build a community in harmony.
But time is of the essence. The time has arrived for everyone to join hands in achieving these common goals for the greater good of all. Too many opportunities have already been lost since 1994. Further lost opportunities will have lasting damage on the economy in general and on black empowerment and agriculture in particular. With government's validation and cooperation, the further and progressive implementation of the PALS initiative will ensure a successful, sustainable future for all the people of South Africa.